Hey there, Stampin' friends, and welcome to Jody Brechbill, Stampin' Queen. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm happy to have you guys and stamp with you for a little bit. Today we're going to create a card that I used in my masculine Stamp-A-Stack. So I thought, well, I had some extra, so I want to go ahead and show you guys how I created those. So we're going to use the Beautiful World today. This is a great stamp set. It comes with a set of dies as well. So here's your dies, here's your stamp set. Everything's bundled together, so that you're going to save 10% when you purchase a bundle. So let's go ahead and get stamping a little bit here with the Beautiful World. So we are going to use basic black. That is 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm going to fold that in half, and that makes our card base. Then, of course, because I've always got that dark base, I'm going to use a piece of Whisper White, and I cut that 5.25 by 4, and that's going to go on the inside so people can see my sentiment whenever I write that down. Now, my Stamp-A-Stack class included a pack of Neutrals Designer Series paper. So we are going to have to cut down the piece design that we want. So I'm choosing this one that kind of looks like denim linen sort of a fabric. Then, of course, it's got polka dots on the other side. So you could use whatever designer paper works, not a problem at all. So I'm going to cut it at 4 inches, and then I'm going to turn and do 5.25. So keep these, guys, because you'll use them for something else. I never throw my scraps away. So this piece is going to get attached to my card base. So you've got to put that there. We got a little, about a 1/4 inch showing around there. And then I have a piece of basic black. This one is 4 3/4 by 3.5. And then I have a bunch of white pieces that I did. So I like to always lay them down and kind of make sure I know what I'm doing. They're all in the right spot where they're supposed to be. And because I want a little bit of black showing. Okay, so this one right here is 1 5/8 by 3 3/8. This one is 2 7/8 by 1 1/4. And these two are 2 by 1 7/8. And I'm noticing that one is just a little bit bigger than the other. So maybe, let me see if I can trim it down just a smidge. Is it at 2 inches? It seems like it was a smidge, just a smidge bigger. Thank you, Carl Jr. That's what his name is, my little baby paper trimmer. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and attach this one because there's very little stamping on here. So we can go ahead and attach this one down. I'm going to stamp on this panel, and I'm going to stamp first. Maybe I'm not. I don't have a black ink pad. What happened to my special bucket? It was in another special bucket. So I'm going to stamp. I'm going to use Adventure Awaits, which comes from this stamp set, but you could use any sentiment at all. Absolutely. So I've got Adventure Awaits. And then while I've got my black pad out, let me go ahead and do a little something on the inside. And I'm going to do Time to Celebrate. So kind of what I was thinking is maybe graduation, birthday, wedding. This would all work. All right, so we've got that on the inside. We're going to put this one at the top. So that one's going to go right up here. And then these two, this one can go down because I'm not stamping on it, so I can go ahead and attach that one. And then this one I'm going to stamp on. So I have some crumb cake and the little teeny tiny inkwell is going to go right there. Now, while I have the crumb cake out, I like to stamp on the inside. So there's just a little something fun there. And there's a feather, okay? So I did stamp the feather ahead of time, and then I die cut it out so that you guys didn't have to watch me do that. But I'm just gonna stamp the feather on the inside too. So I do believe we are done with that. You can go in here, and I've said before, I don't, sometimes I don't attach the inside. Now this one's kind of done, so I could totally do that, but sometimes I leave them blank so that when I pull them out, I can do whatever I want for whatever I need. This one can get attached now. Oh, you're a little long too. I wonder if I can cut you down. Huh, let's see. I have adhesive on, so I don't know. I'm not gonna risk it. I don't want to get it all gummed up. So we're just gonna deal with it. This is handmade. It's not always perfect. So now we can attach this onto our card base. All right, and now it just comes to the Pop-Tarts. We're gonna Pop-Tart some of these, use our little mini Stampin' Dimensionals. And I'm just going to, oh look, I'm gonna totally fix where it's a little bit, one was a little higher than the other, and now no one will ever know. Don't tell, okay? All right, so now I pull in some scrap paper here. Got my new in color, my Misty Moonlight, which I love. And we have a little compass. So I'm gonna stamp that in the blue. And then I do believe I have a retired punch. This is our 1-inch circle punch, and I don't think we have it anymore. I think we retired it and I had to keep it because there's too many times that you need a 1-inch punch. Now I also am getting to the bottom of the barrel here with my dimensionals, but I'm going to keep on using them. So I got a couple little pieces here. So we'll put our compass on, and that's going to go, can I see? North, south, I don't know which one's north. Doesn't matter, does it? Oh, there it is, there's north. Okay, I was right. And now our next step is I've got a base here that I cut out, this little globe base, and I'm using our teeny mini dimensionals. I'm going to attach that right down here. Now, this little trick, I die cut ahead the world, or the globe, and I made a sticker out of it. So I put our adhesive sheet on the back before I cut it out, and now this is all one big sticker. So I like to try and loosen it up a little bit, and hopefully some of those little pieces will fall out so I don't have to pick them all and poke them all. So I just kind of loosen it up, and then when I go to peel, I try to, let's see if it'll peel for me here. Of course, it's tricky once you're, I kind of really try to bend it, and a lot of those pieces will just kind of come out along with it. Now you might have one or two that you just need to pop out, and that's okay. They do stick to your finger though. That is the only downside. Is now, did I get them all? Sometimes you'll have them sticking where you don't want them. So that's gonna go on here. Big sticker. Oh, look how perfect that is. So awesome. Now let's use the rest of these little dimensionals and attach our globe. And there we go. There is just a fun little Adventure Awaits card. Perfect for whatever you might need. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. Have a great week. Happy stamping.